The biggie, well, some of the things we see in foxes and dogs, we're not going to see in humans, like sort of tails changing and floppy ears. We're not going to see those. We don't have those. But what we see is, particularly in the skull, that the lower face is shrinking substantially, and the skull is kind of being more lightly built. And a kind of an curious thing, don't know what to make of it, but one of the changes that comes with domestication, both in dogs and in these foxes, is brains get a bit smaller. Human brains are actually a bit smaller than they were 100,000 years ago. You guys' brains are smaller than on average. And there might be exceptions here, but on average, you guys have smaller brains than Neanderthals do.
And that's just brain size doesn't equate to mental ability, or?
Well, I mean, not clear. Maybe individual Neanderthals were smarter than us, but they also sort of were so busy sort of, being Neanderthal other Neanderthals that maybe we're just more cooperative, but not quite as clever individually.
Well, and I've also heard like that reduction in mandibular size and
Okay.
increase in brain is essentially the result of meat eating super high protein.
Yeah, well, this is particularly in the last 100,000 years, I'm thinking. So we're not talking going all the way back to early Homo erectus or something, but just in the last couple 100,000 years, there's a reduction there, and we're not eating any more meat than Neanderthals were. So that's Neanderthals, in fact, as far as we can tell, based on various isotopes and stuff, were super carnivores. So if you want to talk over like the span of 2 million years or so, yeah, a shift in diet toward more meat is probably feeding into this. But it's in more recent times, we see early modern humans they are more heavily built, and they have more prominent faces and so on. Even going back to Cro-Magnon, who were clearly modern humans. They're after Neanderthals, but they were still. If you saw Cro-Magnon in the street, you wouldn't think that they were not human, but you'd think this is a rugged-looking guy. And we've gotten sort of lighter there. Yeah.
And is there any correlation between the iodizing of salt? Because I've heard that plays a major role in mental development. Is that a side?
Well, there's no question that in places where you have iodine deficiencies, that can cause mental retardation, cretinism. Literally referred to places where people have iodine deficient diet. But that's a particular phenomenon of particular places in history. It's not some general big time evolutionary.
When you say the face is getting smaller, are you talking just about like it being less pineapple?
Yeah. The sort of whole. Well, first the lower part of the face is getting smaller, less projecting. I mean the middle part of the face is less projecting too, and then just overall more lightly built.
Okay.
Yeah.